Right, so do you know how people argue about what the worst way to die would be? I can tell you right now that it's not drowning, decapitation, or even being buried alive. No, the worst way is from the insufferable pain received from playing any of the Dark Souls games. Luckily today I'm not planning on dying, but instead I'll be dying inside once again. Welcome back to Can You Beat Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare as a pacifist. Just before we get into today's video, I just want to thank you all for 100 subscribers. This is an amazing goal for me, and even if it may not seem that big to you, I really appreciate every single one of you who sits through one of my videos from start to finish, and who supports me in my dream. I am currently working on a 100 subscriber special video, which will hopefully be out soon. However, I wasn't prepared for this milestone to come around so quickly. But enough of that, it's time to get into what you all came here for. Watching as I suffer through a Call of Duty game in absolute pain. Seriously though, what the hell sort of challenge is this? I'd be in less pain being a part of the human bloody centipede. And I don't think there's much worse than a human centipede. Hopefully the series ends soon, so I can get on with my life again. I hate the phrase, "I would not wish this upon my enemy," because surely that's what you would most want to do. If you have an enemy, it's because you want to make them suffer. It's like Bart and Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons, and that one episode where Sideshow Bob tortures Bart. I think that was an official episode anyway. But anyway, it's a stupid saying. It should be, I wish this on my enemy, however, not myself. Resuming from the success of last episode, we return to Soup and Captain Price, who, surprise surprise, want to kill some more people. However, this time it's a little bit different. This time, they have finally found the location of Commander Al-Asad, and are heading in to capture him and find out where their deadly Fortnite codes are. If you haven't seen the few previous episodes, then don't worry, you haven't missed much. But still, shame on you. Go back and watch them now. Okay, maybe after this video. I need the precious watch time. Anyway, the team meet up with Sergeant Caramel's loyalists once more and head into the small village, fortified by enemies. What a crazy surprise, I know. We went up the hill towards the enemies, but unfortunately the hills seemed to have eyes, and we were spotted almost immediately. I swear that old Call of Duty games had such shitty stealth missions. Like, it was treated as though you were supposed to be stealthy, right? But it didn't even fucking matter! You always got spotted straight away. They're all just shite. Except all gillied up. I've been doing this challenge for many hours now already, when instead I could have been doing something actually productive. Genius, right? I know what you might be thinking. No, that sounds like absolute dog shite. And you'd be absolutely fucking right. I could think of a million ways I could spend my time instead of doing this godforsaken challenge. Like, playing this. Or this. Or maybe even this, I guess. Or perhaps even watching this. Like I said before, the village was swarming with enemies, and so I needed to again rely on my team to take out as many of them as I could. I'm actually really surprised at how they were able to be so fucking awful at taking care of anyone who was further away from them than I am from the noose on my ceiling. Seriously though, they couldn't be worse at aiming if they tried. Seeing as the difficulty was still on arse-wrenchingly hard, I could still get hit. And almost die! What's the actual fuck? You're telling me that against my team and the enemies, no one is able to hit each other, but as soon as it's me, I get blasted by more bullets than Keemstar lost subscribers. Luckily though, this first building provided sufficient protection from incoming fire, so I sat behind it for a few minutes. Maybe a little longer. I realised that my team could not even complete their one job they were assigned to do, kill, and so I had to just run for it and try to get to the next building, which seemed to be some sort of petrol station. I did die, but after hiding like a little pussy to be able to heal, I was able to make it to the next building, and my team followed behind me. Thankfully they were able to finally have some input with the enemies inside the buildings, and so I let them go inside and take care of them, while I hid, as to, well, not die. Another thing, why do Americans call petrol stations gas stations? Gas is literally a whole different state of matter. It has nothing to do with petrol, a liquid. And Americans, you can't make the same argument about us and why we call them petrol stations, because a liquid you put in a car is literally called petroleum. It's in the fucking name, you wankers. For this mission we also had access to an attack helicopter that we could call in for support. At first I was skeptical about using it, and did in fact try it once to see how I felt about it. However, I decided I would make my life even harder and not use it, and restarted from the checkpoint. I don't know, I guess it just felt a little like cheating. Alright, say what you will, but I stick with my decision. You got a problem with that? Go ahead and shove it, alright? To make the situation even worse, there was a bloody tank. That's right, a vehicular fucking explodey boy that only I am capable of destroying. How convenient, eh? We have to move from house to house in the village and search for Al-Asad, and so we need to move across the road past the tank. What would have been a smart idea is for me to move across after the tank went around the other side. But no! From the amount of times I had already had to restart, waiting patiently from the slightest amount of time would have made me want to destroy my TV and burn every piece of it. So we went into the next building after somehow avoiding inevitable death. I needed to wait for my team to take out even more enemies yet again. However, this building was a little different as well, as I just wouldn't refuse to move upstairs out of the cellar unless I was already up there myself. My first go at it was simple enough, as there weren't too many enemies in the way and I was able to hide behind a sofa and allow my team to come up with me. I did die though, so that wasn't very helpful. The next attempt had me being shot at more than ever, in the smallest place you can imagine, and was impossible to get up the stairs without dying. This meant that none of my team would proceed either. What a bunch of dickheads, right? Can you just for once not rely solely on me in order to do anything useful with your life? I tried just about bloody everything, from stunning the enemies and running up the stairs in time for my team to follow me, to jumping in through the upper floor window and completely skipping the cellar altogether. Every single angle I went at it though, all ended the exact bloody same. Death. It kept going on like this until for some reason I noticed one of my teammates was able to run into the house from the front door instead of the cellar, and so was able to take out the first few enemies before we even had to move into the house. Now this makes absolutely no fucking sense, right? Why the hell do the NPCs work in such a stupid way in this game? They can just be so random and inconsistent and make absolutely no sense. Anyway, we thankfully had the first floor cleared, but we needed to find a way to clear the upper floor also. Now again, my team would do nothing unless I did first, and as moving upstairs with no protection is an awful idea, I tried to push Price up the stairs and hoped that he would at least shoot at the enemies. After being railed by a couple hundred rounds, Price finally decided enough is enough and politely asked the enemies to stop. What a surprise, Al-Asad is sadly not in his house either, and so we move on to the barn at the peak of the village. Now this area is the fucking worst. I cannot think of a single worse place to be than a completely open field with limited cover in the middle of bloody war. Like what the fuck, man? Could I at least get a couple tractors to hide behind or something? Luckily the team acted as distractions for the enemy fire, and so I could stick to the size of the field and have minimal risk. But still, come on man, the worst thing is that my team are still absolutely dogshite at hitting anyone further away than about 2 meters. We did eventually manage to get into the barn at last. However, Al-Asad was still not here. What a shocker, he must be in the last place we looked. Luckily the run back to the village was much easier and safer than the one towards the barn, and so we got back with no problem. The team finally reached the final possible house that he could be hiding in. With their palms sweaty and knees spaghetti, Soup and Price infiltrate the building and finally capture Al-Asad alive. One last note. Why the hell is Al-Asad even still here? We literally could not have taken a longer time to get to him, or made any more of a commotion. The idiot just sat here, waiting for us to come and find him, knowing damn well that he's going to be screwed. Price discovers that Commander Al-Asad was actually working under a man named Zakhaev, Zac Efron, who now becomes their #1 target, as he is now in control of the world-threatening Fortnite codes. Oh my god, we cannot let him get away with this, you meddling kids. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you are new to my channel, be sure to consider subscribing, because I post new videos just like this every week. To the regulars, thank you again for coming back to my channel and watching my videos. If you did enjoy, be sure to comment and leave a like, because that really helps me realise how much you guys enjoy my content. Also, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm for my channel, and so that will be largely appreciated. I'm really trying to grow my channel as fast as I can, so I can reach more potential viewers. Just one extra person leaving a like or comment will really help me in this. But other than that, I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye for now.
Some